Welcome back to Day Trade Like a Pro. I wanted to make a follow-up video here for key turns and show you what I'm looking at. Friday I sent out a video before the market opened that showed the key turns for some of the majors futures markets. And what I want to show you here today is how I use these and what I'm looking at. And I'm also going to show you what I'm looking for as far as key reversal areas and what kind of price action I want to see in those areas, and I'm going to point some of that out here to you. And whether you use key turns or you don't use key turns, I think this is going to be useful for you in your trading. And so I'll point out a couple of things here. I mean, obviously there was the probe up above right here, but then there's a short. Of course, everything's not going to work, but you know, there was a great short opportunity right here. There was a nice long opportunity right here. This is a 5-minute chart, so if you broke it down, you'd probably see an area where this came down here, came back up, a 1-minute candle pulled back, and you could get long again. This is a great reversal, obviously. Pretty hard selling into here, and then really big explosive buying. That tells me a bottom's in right there. So really liked that. Good move up to here. You can see that was almost to the tick, pulled back a little bit, and then almost to the tick again, whipped up above it, and then look at this explosive buying that came back in. So I want to be a buyer. I know we broke below this, but with this explosive buying right here, I really want to be a buyer on any pullback into this area. And I'll show you a little bit about how I looked at that and what we were doing on the S&P. And then again, look at the buying confirmed again right here. They did come down through this area. Buy opportunity here, short opportunity there, and then this big explosive buying up through here at the end of the day. Okay. This was gold, not a lot to see here. It broke above, pulled back, and it ran from 1899 all the way up to 1936. It's like a 36 or 37 point run off of key turns. That's the kind of day where you want to get long and just hold it all day. Over here we have crude oil. What you can see was this sell off back down into here. We consolidated around here a few opportunities. You could have scalped this thing for 20 points a few different times and then broke above it. Here's the pullback, tested to the tick. You can see they weren't able to break down here and then held there to the tick again, and then a nice move up. And then finally, when you come back, I mean, this was 1, 2, 3. This fourth one, I'm expecting that to fail and move lower. And so that was nice. And then moving over here to the Russell, tested, failed. Now this is what I wanted to point out on the Russell. This is the open, so this is kind of a bit of a wiki, hard to interpret exactly what this means right at the open. So when you start to put all these different things together here, and you see we have the failure right here that happens to be right at our key turn area. We have this selling down through here, and then a lot of buying that comes in and takes place here, and then they immediately come back below here. Then they come back up and retest it. And then what you want to look for is, as long as we're putting in, there's a high, there's a lower high, new low, and then look, this new low, there's no new low here. There's a lower high from that one, but now there is a higher high than over there. This low does not take out over here. Okay, we're coming back up here to test this. We come back up, test right there. That's 1642, and it ends up selling up about 10 points or so on the way back down there. Okay. And then here is the NQ. There was this test here. It broke, came right back and tested on the open, and then off to the races the rest of the day. This thing ran from 11,586 all the way up to 739. Pretty ridiculous move up there. Then the S&P 500. Now we had this, there was a lot that went on here overnight, but these are the areas that I'm really interested in buying, looking for a move up to this higher price. Some failure, some failure, some failure. So there's some short opportunities, and then this big move up. You can see this first move was to 79, and that one was to 80. And that brings me to, well, what about right here? Well, they already kind of tested all of this as support, so I was looking for something else in here to hold as support. And you can see right here, these are prediction points, which of course, if you're a subscriber, prediction points for the live trade signals, you're familiar with this. But I want to show you right here. This is yesterday at 9:19 a.m. We said buying 34.60, and the target was 34.79. That was at 9:20 Pacific time, and that was way back over here. At 9:20, we said you could buy right here at 34.60. It came one tick below that. The low there is 59.75, and the high right there is 79. And right there, 79, and then that one other push got us up to 80. So that's exactly what we want to see. We want to trade through the price on one side. So there's 60, and then there's a 19-point run up to the target from the live trade signals. So if you don't have prediction points, or you don't have the live trade signals, then definitely go check that out. If you are interested in the key turns here, I'm going to go ahead and put a link for these in the video comments. You can go check out key turns on the home page. There's a bunch of videos here on our YouTube channel. You can go check that out, and we look forward to seeing you if you're in the live trade signals, and we'll see you there Monday morning. And everyone, enjoy the rest of your weekend.